Nutrition still makes me laugh. Simple things.
Good job. What we talk about month one?
So,
week one.
Before the start of the plan, we're going to explain to you why we don't give out meal plans.
No.
And why we choose coaching instead of, as we just said, giving out meal plans, because we think it's much more effective.
We don't think it is.
Yeah,
science
exactly.
fact.
So the problem starts with, if we give you a meal plan, just something to eat, then it's very generic, it's not specific to you. And instantly, as soon as you give out plans like this, someone will say, I don't like X, Y, Z. I don't like everything on that meal plan. So it's not tailored to you at all, and instantly it's useless. It's worth nothing to you, and there's no benefit to be had from it.
And that's it. In our experience, if someone will say to you, what can I have for a snack? And you'll say, have a handful of almonds. And then they'll turn around and say, I don't like almonds.
I'm allergic to nuts.
Yeah, that's always a bad one. But don't eat them. Same reason why we don't give out set meal plans. If we gave you something that said, right, eat white fish and asparagus and this and that.
Which is essentially the best way to lose fat. So if you want to lose fat, then by all means, if that's going to make you lose the most fat, we can give you out the best plan to follow. But it's not going to be followed so instantly. There's no benefit to be had at all. If you just give somebody, here's a route of how to get from A to B, these are the foods you should eat, people know what to eat. The issue is they can't do it consistently. So they might be able to do it for a week or 2 weeks, but they can't do it week in, week out. They're unable to moderate their eating properly. And this is why having a coach is a lot more effective.
And that's it. In our experience, we've found, like I say, if we can tailor around your nutrition around the foods that you like to eat already, by just kind of slightly modifying them or just slightly changing a couple of things, then you're more likely to stick to that, which is what we want. So again, kind of long-term consistency as opposed to short-term motivation.
Yeah, this is why we have different sets of commandments. So for some people, they'll come in and they'll look at the strictest set of commandments and say, yeah, I can do that, and they will do it. Other people will come in and they just can't do it. So there's no point in giving out meal plans when some people are able to take these huge strides. You think about some of the guys we've had through. So if you look at Gav, who's probably our biggest success story, who lost 60 pounds in 3 months, he came in from eating atrociously to eating perfectly. Now other people who are middle of the road aren't able to eat perfectly because it's too much of a change for them. So it just depends so much on what you're able to do, that giving out generic eat this, eat that isn't helpful. We have to tailor it around what you're capable of and what you're currently doing. So working with a coach enables you to do that by speaking to us and us asking you questions. Can you do this? Can you do that? If you can, great. If you can't, then we'll find ways for you to still make progress.
And that's it, kind of finding out what your triggers are as well. So some people, you'll get the food diet through and you'll see that they've, had something, to drink, like an alcoholic drink or some cake, something like that. So it's trying to figure out ideas and kind of tactics to stop these things from happening. So instead of you thinking, what a shit day at work, I'm going to have a glass of wine, or I've been really good all week, so then I'm going to have a glass of wine. We can look at these triggers and kind of what fires these out, and then kind of put in little plans to stop those from happening.
Ultimately, it's just so much more bespoke by, the fact that you're working with one of us means that we can design it around you. A meal plan isn't that. If you're looking for a meal plan, you can go on Google and type in fat loss meal plans, and you'll have 100 different options to do. There's a reason that you're kind of here is because you're looking for something that works, and that's what we can provide. So hopefully that's kind of cleared your fears up with regards to not having a meal plan, and why we work with you as coaches rather than just giving you something to follow.
It's the same kind of concept as why we don't give out kind of macros, like macronutrient breakdowns as well. Like it's not necessarily for most people at the level that they're at, and it just overcomplicates things. So like I say, if we make small changes and everyone can progress at their own rate, some people will to take the full commandments and go straight in with 10 out of 10s. Other people will take the reduced commandments and kind of get 5 out of 5. As long as you're making constant progress, then that is the key to the end results.
Yeah, another thing I have another problem with meal plans is that people often say, so I would go to a coach and ask for a meal plan, they'll send me something with no prior knowledge of what I'm eating at the moment. So they'll just look at someone's weight and their height and assess it from there, and their BMR, or how many calories their body uses. It's something we talk about quite a bit, is at the moment I eat 1,400 calories a day, more than James on training days, and you don't know that until you speak to somebody. So some people will be eating 1,000 calories and looking to lose weight. Some people will be eating 5,000 calories and looking to lose weight. Unless we see what you're doing, we're not able to give you accurate, reliable advice. So people who just give out meal plans straight off the bat, they're not doing a proper, thorough job. So that's essentially what we're here to do. We see ourselves as like an ethical nutritional company, and that's why we're doing it, because we think it's the best thing for you to get. It's harder for us. It'd be easier for us to give you meal plans.
Yeah, we could just bash out a load of PDFs and just say, right, okay, you need 1,400 calories. Here's your plan for the week. And where you go follow that for 4 weeks and then check in with us. But that is just not how it works.
Yeah, simple as that. So, I think it probably needs to be held in mind that actually what we're doing is more difficult.
Far superior.
Yeah, exactly. It's a much more superior service, and hopefully you'll be able to see how it works for you over the next 7 days.
Cool. Look forward to working with you.